What can be described as a low-lying fog that starts with one thought turns into an empty town completely covered in clouded vision. And at the heart of it all lies the face of the realization that sleepless nights are not a blessing for productivity, but a consequence for losing control. Insomnia is not peaceful, it's lonely. It walks the line of deafening white noise and complete and utter silence, yet your thoughts are somehow always the loudest thing in the room. It's that feeling you get when you walk backstage and ruin the illusion of the set, blurred motions of actors pushing past you to move on to the next scene while you stay frozen in awareness. And so maybe insomnia traps you in a paradox. The moment everyone falls asleep is the moment they wake up 8 hours later while you are left behind. Even during episodes of sleep paralysis, your body falls asleep without you. Your mind tends to bend the rules of time for you, and for the rest of the world, you're living frozen in a moment that doesn't exist for them, stuck in limbo until the world regains consciousness again. Days and nights become the mediator of black and white as each day merges into one endless gray tyrant. And when you're the only one awake, it feels like you're the only one alive. It's embedded in the faces of those who fear their dreams because they haven't learned to control them. It's implanted in the minds of those who have forgotten what it's like to rise with the sun, and is evident among those that have adapted to closing the curtains before bed without hesitation. It's the person sitting at the dining table eating breakfast after everyone's finished dinner. It's the person counting on their fingers how long it's been since they felt sunlight on their skin. It's the person that can't remember the last time they left the house because every store is closed by the time they wake up. It's the person with the green dot next to their name online at 5 in the morning, written in the reflection of your phone screen after it dies, because even phones need a break from us sometimes. And for the sake of everything, tonight, it's me. Insomnia is the thief that hides in the shadows and steals your nights away from you. It's the compulsive liar that tells you everything is under control and manageable. It's the toxic friend that peer pressures you into watching another episode instead of turning off the television. It likes to take away your logic and force-feed you delusions to keep the mind awake, so you end up distracting yourself to silence yourself. The words of yesterday, today, and tomorrow talk over one another until you can't separate them in chronological order. Insomnia is the game of distraction, of how many things you can find to keep yourself busy before the burden of the situation sets in. And when the intrusive thoughts show up unexpectedly, like an unwanted party guest, a nosy neighbor at the grocery store, or the landlord you're trying to avoid, the stakes get even higher. Even at midnight, depression shows up at the doorstep, dressed for the occasion, while I'm frantically folding my laundry and mania calling out, "Just 1 minute, just for once, I wish I had the strength to open the door and face it head on." Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many locks you set, or how much furniture you prop against the door. Depression always has a spare key, and insomnia tells them that you're home.